Admission season at prep school. Where should I choose? I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein, and I generally help people at the initial stages of getting into prep school. I and my staff help with the SSAT and the ISEE, the entrance exams. We are occasionally asked to help burnish a student's application too. Rarely, but worth talking about, I am then asked by somebody who's gotten their kid into multiple schools, Mark, which one of these should we choose? And there's a factor that is hard to measure, but to the extent you can measure, I think this should be number one. Who are the other kids that you're going to be attending with? Especially if it's to a boarding school. Because if you're choosing among boarding schools, you're going to be attending 24/7 with those same kids. The bonds you make, or maybe don't make if they're like kids you don't want to hang out with, are going to be lasting for a lifetime. So, to the extent that it's quantifiable, this is tough. Do you have quality kids at certain schools? It might be quantified by the acceptance rates of that school to name colleges. Now, to the extent you could get some anecdotal evidence that you visit campuses or you have enough feedback from people on campuses that these are weird kids, these are good but really nerdy kids, these are not friendly kids, these are kids who will actually stab you in the back to get ahead yourself. These are laid-back kids. These are ambitious kids. These are kids who are going to be leaders of the world someday. These would be factors that I would love if you can quantify or at least take note of and try and be among the best of them, because they will serve you for getting into college, getting out of college and into the job world, friendships, and basically relationships that might help you in your career down the road. All these start in prep school. What about the pedigree of the prep school? Less relevant than ever before. Colleges feel compelled to get a wide distribution of students. And so prep school dominance that happened 50 and 60 years ago, that half of Andover would get into Harvard or Yale and the other half would get into Princeton or Columbia, that doesn't happen even close anymore. To the extent that there is an advantage, or you see the difference in acceptances, a lot of it is because of the kid, not the school. And I do believe the kids around you help make the kid better. If everyone else is doing ambitious projects, one is going deep into environmental science, one is helping out with medical technology, another is fashioning a political leadership group. When that's what's around you, you join, which is good, or start something of your own, which is very good. So I don't contend that it's the school teaching, but I do contend that it's the agglomeration in the school of very good kids that gives the individual a lift for college, maybe even for life. So I'll give you the final accelerator here. If you have the chance to send your daughter to an all-girls school, it probably accentuates the good bonding. There aren't many all-boys schools anymore. They tend to be military academies. But if that is your sort, I think that comes through as well, too. Someday we'll have quantifiable, measurable peer rankings of what kids are like. Until then, do your best to learn, maybe use college acceptances from a school as a proxy, and recognize that there may be some very good public schools still who, among their ambitious kids, get into very good colleges and maybe worth staying back a year or two for before you head out to an expensive prep school. I'm Mark Stewart Greenstein. Thanks for hearing me out.